Right now on Denver 7 News at 5 o'clock, investigators are looking for a woman suspected of a road rage shooting in Commerce City. We have the latest from police about what happened.
Russian forces are inching closer to the Ukrainian capital of Kyiv. Now President Biden is getting ready to hit Russia with a new round of sanctions.
And batter up. Get ready for the sounds of baseball to return to Coors Field. The Major League Player lockout is over, and the Rockies have their new opening day, which will be great to see.
Yes.
And they will get a full season. So a sign of spring, along with the St. Patrick's Day parade returning. And spring forward, don't forget.
That's the not fun part.
That's the tough one, that's right.
Of spring, yes.
Thanks for joining us. It is Friday. I'm Brian Sanders.
And I'm Nicole Brady. Hey, we're also getting a warm-up a bit here. Lisa is here with a look at the weekend forecast.
It's a good day. It's a Friday with an exclamation point at the end of it. Now at 5:01, we do have some clear skies across the state. Beautiful to start our day. It will be a bright eastbound drive, though, so get ready for that. As far as temperatures go, still on the cold side, single digits in most neighborhoods. We've dropped down below zero early this morning in a few spots like Evergreen right now. Bailey, 10 degrees below zero, so it's cold. Factoring in a wind, it's going to feel more like about 10 to near 25 degrees below zero. Lyman, one of the coldest spots early this morning. Take a look at our warm-up, though. We're likely going to be at right around freezing by lunch, by 12 o'clock, and then in the mid to upper 30s this afternoon. So we're still on the chilly side, but it is warmer than yesterday, and that sunshine's really going to help. These numbers change a lot this weekend. We're going to be about 20 degrees warmer tomorrow, Micah. We'll take a look at your weekend forecast coming up.
That warm-up is also going to help melt off some of that ice on the roadways, Lisa. This morning, a lot better than yesterday morning. Not as much of a mess outside. This is I-70. This is I-25, that is eastbound to I-70. As you can see, things are flowing pretty smoothly there. Let's go ahead and go to the map. We'll look at the drive time in that area. 6 minutes both westbound and eastbound. A little further to the south, westbound C-470 from Wadsworth to I-70, 14 minutes. Eastbound running 12. So again, looking good there. If you headed to the airport this morning or later on today, I'll be keeping an eye on drive times there. Right now, westbound I-70 from Pena Boulevard to I-25, 10 minutes. Eastbound, 11 minutes. I did check your security wait times. North Security is the only gate open right now, and only about an 8-minute wait there.
Thank you, Micah. Commerce City Police need your help to find a woman wanted in a road rage shooting.
Denver 7's Veronica Acosta joins us. And Veronica, investigators consider her armed and dangerous.
So get a good look at this photo. This is the woman that Commerce City Police say shot another woman in an alley. That was after a fit of road rage. This is 24-year-old Destiny Edwards. She also goes by Destiny Salazar. So let's run you through exactly what happened. Police say Edwards and another woman, they were involved in this road rage incident. The two ended in a car crash in an alley near 62nd Avenue and Kearney Street. Both women had gotten out of their vehicles before Edwards shot the other and then took off. Now, this isn't Edwards' first time in trouble. Court records show Edwards has a long criminal history. She had an open warrant for motor vehicle theft from a February incident. She even served prison time for motor vehicle theft as well. Now, Edwards is considered armed and dangerous, rather. So if you see her, police are asking you get in contact with them right away. You can do that through the Commerce City tip line or Metro Denver Crime Stoppers. In studio, I'm Veronica Acosta, Denver 7.
All right, thank you, Veronica. Prosecutors have decided to drop murder charges against an unlicensed security guard who shot and killed a man at a pro-police rally in Denver back in 2020. You might remember this scene. A spokesperson for the Denver DA's office says there was not enough evidence to prove Matthew Doloff is guilty of murder. Doloff was providing security for a 9 News crew during dueling rallies near Civic Center Park in October of 2020 when he shot and killed Lee Keltner. Keltner had been arguing with another person when Doloff then intervened. Keltner slapped Doloff's face and started to spray bear mace on him. That's when Doloff shot him. Doloff's attorneys have insisted he was acting in self-defense. Mesa County Clerk Tina Peters is due for a pretrial hearing this morning at 10. She was released from jail yesterday after posting a $25,000 bond. Peters and Deputy Clerk Belinda Nicely were indicted by a grand jury on multiple felony charges for allegedly tampering with the county's election equipment.
The Douglas County School Board will hold a special meeting this morning to discuss its next steps after a judge ruled the new majority members of the board violated the purpose of open meeting laws. That special meeting will be held at 10 this morning. A judge this week found the board members created a workaround open meeting laws by having a series of one-on-one discussions before telling former Superintendent Corey Wise that he could resign or be fired. That the U.S. is developing chemical weapons in Ukraine. The meeting comes as Russian forces launched multiple missile attacks across the country. Troops are also closing in on the capital of Kyiv. ABC's M. Wynn is in Washington as President Biden prepares to announce a new round of sanctions.
This morning, Russian troops inching closer to the capital, Kyiv. Now roughly 9 miles away from city center, according to a senior U.S. defense official. New video released by the Ukrainian Ministry of Defense shows Russian forces ambushed as they drive towards the outskirts of Kyiv. Ukrainians claiming 2 commanders were killed, though not yet verified. Thursday, around 60,000 civilians fled Ukraine through humanitarian corridors. But evacuation routes in Mariupol, where a maternity and children's hospital was recently bombed, remained blocked. Ukrainian President Zelensky accusing Russia of not allowing those civilians to be saved, saying they have a clear order to hold Mariupol hostage, to torture it. Already more than 2.3 million people have fled the country. In Poland, Vice President Harris embracing calls for an international war crimes investigation of Russia.
We have been witnessing for weeks, and certainly just in the last 24 hours, atrocities of unimaginable proportion.
President Biden set to deliver remarks today, calling for the U.S., along with the G7 and European Union, to strip Russia of its most favored nation trading status, essentially ending normal trade relations and allowing the White House to increase tariffs on Russian goods.
Ukraine will never be a victory for Putin.
Top U.S. intelligence officials are warning that Russia's false claims of chemical weapons in Ukraine could be used as an excuse for their own attack using bioweapons. The White House would not say how the U.S. would react if Russia ultimately did use them. M. Wynn, ABC News, Washington.
Baseball is back. Major League Baseball and the Players Union reached an agreement to end their lockout yesterday. It lasted more than 3 months. The regular season was saved in full. It will be 162 games. Teams report for spring training this weekend, and the new opening day date for the Rockies is Friday, April 8th at 2:10 p.m. at Coors Field. They get a home opener now against the Dodgers. Well, there were about 200 free agents, including the Rockies' Trevor Story, who were not able to sign or negotiate during the lockout. We've known for a while that he was unlikely to re-sign with the Rockies. Denver 7 sports director Lionel Bienvenu says to watch for interest from the Yankees and Phillies, though, 2 teams looking for a shortstop.
Well, baseball is a fun sign of spring. Here's one that's not so fun. It's time to change the clocks again. We spring forward Sunday at 2 a.m. officially. We've told you recently how some state lawmakers want voters to decide if Colorado should just stay on standard time all year long. If Senate Bill 135 passes, voters would get to decide on that this November. The bill was debated in a Senate committee last week, but no action was taken. Losing that hour of sleep and the change in the daylight can throw off your body clock. In fact, doctors tell us they see more heart attacks, strokes, and car crashes after the time change.
1 or 2 days leading up to the switch, go outside in the morning to get more natural light to help preserve your circadian rhythm. So the circadian rhythm is affected by light, and sometimes we treat sleep phase disorders or circadian rhythm disorders with light therapy.
Dr. Turkonda says you may want to go to bed earlier tonight and tomorrow night to start the adjustment. He also suggests avoiding alcohol and caffeine before bed and turn off those electronics.
We are wrapping up National Consumer Protection Week with identity theft. It's a common crime here in Colorado. The steps you can take to secure your information.
Plus, a Colorado woman is putting lessons she learned through addiction recovery into action.
There has to be a safe place for people to let down those walls and truly be able to recover.
How she's now helping others facing similar battles discover something new about themselves.